The judge tells in proceeding that he is opposed to making any odious distinctions between the free and slave states. I am altogether unaware that the Republicans are in favor of making any odious distinctions between the free and slave states. But there still is a difference between Judge Douglas and the Republicans in this. I suppose that the real difference between Judge Douglas and his friends and the Republicans, on the contrary, is that the judge is not in favor of making any difference between slavery and liberty. That he is in favor of eradicating, pressing out of view, the question of preference in this country for free or slave institutions. And consequently, every sentiment he utters discards the idea that there is anything wrong in slavery. Everything that emanates from him or his coadjutors in their course of policy carefully excludes the thought that there is anything wrong in slavery. All their arguments, if you will consider them, will be seen to carefully exclude the thought that there is anything whatever wrong in slavery. If you will select the short and pointed sentences expressed by the judge as his declaration that he don't care whether slavery is voted up or voted down, you will see at once, that this is perfectly logical. If you do not admit that slavery is wrong, if you do admit it is wrong, Judge Douglas cannot logically say that he don't care whether a vote is voted up or down. Judge Douglas declares that if any community wants slavery, they have a right to have it. Well, he can say that. He can say that logically if he says that there is no wrong in slavery. But if you do admit there is a wrong in it, Judge Douglas cannot logically say that anybody has a right to do wrong. That upon the score of equality, that the owners of slaves and owners of property and horses and every other sort of property should be alike and hold them alike in a new territory. Well, that is perfectly logical. If the two species of property are alike and are equally founded in like, but if you admit that one of them is wrong, you cannot institute an equality between right and wrong. And from this difference in sentiment, the belief on the part of one that the institution is wrong, and a policy springing from that belief that looks to the arrest of the enlargement of that wrong, and this other sentiment that it is no wrong, and a policy sprung from that sentiment which will tolerate no idea of preventing that wrong from growing larger, and looks to there never being an end of it, through all the existence of things, arises the real difference between Judge Douglas and his friends and the Republicans on the contrary. Now, I confess myself as belonging to that class in the country who contemplates slavery as a moral, social, and political evil. Having due regard for its actual existence amongst us and the difficulties of getting rid of it in any satisfactory way, and to all the constitutional obligations that have been thrown about it, but nevertheless desire a policy that looks to it as a wrong, and hopefully to the time when as a wrong it may come to an end.